have a Monday night of basketball for you. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. A moment here to see the numbers for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And now the opening lineup for Seattle. Thompson out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Portis in at the 5. And for Utah, we've got Bailey. Jackson out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's George in at the point guard position. All right, Tim, the All-Star break is coming up. How much are players looking forward to that breather?
I think players really look forward to that break to re-energize themselves. And coming out of that break, BA, it's a sprint to the finish. A lot of adrenaline kicks in.
Surviving to the All-Star break, always a key milestone.
It's really what it's all about.
Now here's Jackson. Back to George. This one for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Holiday passes to Toppin. Back to Holiday. Six to shoot. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Kessler. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Drew Holiday, 1 shot.
You know, one thing you got to love about Drew Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Now here's George. 17 points in his last outing.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Here's LaVine. Back to Holiday. Toppin, a screen on George. Pass to Thompson. Utah grabs the miss.
Yeah, they destroyed this team on the glass in the last meeting.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Now here's Kessler. And here's Bailey for 3. The offensive rebound. And that one good.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Now here's Holiday, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game.
Yeah, what vision from Holiday. Seems to have a knack for getting it to his guys in great spots.
Here's George. Kessler, a screen on Holiday. Kessler passes to George. And here's Bailey for 3. Thompson pulls it in. For Seattle, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Now here's George. 5 points in the game. They get it back. Here's Kessler. Misses the baby hook. Here's Portis. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Markkanen. Jackson down low. Guarded by Toppin. Snatched up to the wing on the left. Fires for 3. Markkanen misses. On the wing, LaVine. Defended by Jackson. Outside Holiday. Shoots over Bailey. Thompson.
Well, that's a tough rebound there to secure, but he put all of his size in there in order to secure it.
Jackson, pass to George. Markkanen from long range. Seattle pulls it in. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
The key when you go into a hostile territory is play with a purpose and stay true to your game plan. That's what they did.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Now a look at the sharpest of shooters during the last month. Here are the three-point leaders among two guards. Zach LaVine, third.
These long-range shooters almost always have the green light because they're just so accurate.
Well, today more than ever, elite shooting is at a premium. Two guards must be able to hurt you from deep.
George scanning the floor. Pass to Jackson. Fades away. And Toppin pulls it down.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Portis, left side. Back to Holiday from the arc. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
Jazz trail by 4. To the paint to stop the run. And the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Outside Holiday. Outside LaVine. And the layup is good off the glass.
Proving once again, LaVine is not all dunks and threes.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Marking it outside. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Kessler. Zach LaVine clears it away. Seattle leading by 4. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
LaVine's gotten better and better at drawing contact and getting to the line. He had to work at it as a young player, but that work has paid off.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. No good on that one.
You know, Zach LaVine is so energetic out there on the floor. You gotta love a guy who consistently plays at a very high effort level like that.
Nurkic is checked in for Kessler. He hits the second from the line. Jazz trail by 5. George outside. Going inside, and a nice finish on the layup. George has got 9 points.
Woo, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Holiday against George. Here's LaVine for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. 6 points for him.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Utah's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. It's Markkanen on the wing. Portis against Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Portis. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Here's LaVine. The rebound by Jackson. Utah trailing here. There's the foul. It's on Zach Levine. That's his first foul. Sensabaugh is checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Seattle also changing it up. Filipowski, he's checked in for Portis. And Mitchell subbed in for Drew Holiday. Nurkic passes to George. Here's Jackson. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
And just a forceful play by Jackson, clearing the glass and muscling his way to his own shot.
George against Mitchell. Pass to Thompson. 17-foot shot on the way. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 4. One of the all-time great shooters, Tim. Klay Thompson has put on some legendary shooting displays.
Well, B.A., he has a picture-perfect shooting stroke, and when he gets it going, it's almost like he can't miss no matter what the defense does to stop him.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for Seattle. Toppin outside. Back to Mitchell. And here's Thompson for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Sensabaugh, no good. For Seattle, they've gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Levine passes to Mitchell. And Levine throws it down.
So good at getting elevated. Levine rises up and hammers it down.
On offense, here's Utah. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. No points yet. And it's all tied up.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
For Seattle, they've gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Outside for Levine. From downtown, the rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Jackson with a screen on Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Now Jackson. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Jackson's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
And Seattle calls time here. Comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. And it's Collier in for George. Seattle also changing it up. Williams is checked in for Toppin. Nesmith comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Thomas in for Zach Levine. Seattle has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Outside Mitchell. Over to the wing. Here's Filipowski. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Yusuf Nurkic picks one up. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
And he knocks down the first one. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Utah leading. Here's Bailey. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
A potent weapon in Bailey's arsenal. The ability to look good shooting the jumper from just about anywhere.
For Seattle, they've got 7 of 15 to find the net. Out to the right wing. Filipowski for three. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jazz leading by 3. Pass to Nurkic. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Utah shooting their first foul shot of the night.
What's up? Yeah, someone who has battled injuries. Great to see Yusuf Nurkic out there tonight.
Outside Mitchell. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Mitchell. Jazz leading by 4. Here's Collier. Really had troubles in the loss to Washington. He just couldn't find his rhythm. Here's Williams. Again, Utah good for 2.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Mitchell. 14 points for him last game against the Lakers.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Sensabaugh. There's a screen by Nurkic. Sensabaugh, no good.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Mitchell with the ball. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Shoots over Collier. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Bailey. Seattle pulls it in. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Thomas from the arc. Drains the triple.
Well, there's no question. Thomas has the green light from out there.
Here's Collier. Yet to see a basket. Out to the right wing. Here's Sensabaugh. Not going to go that time.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Jazz leading by 1. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And take a look at the Jazz performance here, guys. What do you think?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
Now here's Mitchell. Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Then it's Williams. Then there's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. The Jazz shooting 41% in this game. Outside, Williams. Goes up from the top of the key. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Neesmith passes to Portis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Shooting 1.
That's good for Markkanen. Tim, so many different offensive systems in the NBA. You have a personal favorite to watch?
Yeah, I think I've got a soft spot in my heart for those systems that involve player movement and ball movement, particularly trying to get shooters looks off of screens.
I love the .5 offenses, in and out of the hands, moving the ball fast.
No doubt about it, very difficult to defend.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process, seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Markkanen. Coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And he didn't just put up big points. He beat everyone to the boards. Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Now Mitchell. Pass to Neesmith. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Jazz making a switch here. George is checked in. Toppin, he's checked in for Seattle. Holiday comes in for Mitchell. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Jackson. Takes a 3. Seattle pulls it in. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. And that'll mark the end of this 5-game road trip. Here's Thomas for 3. And again, it's Seattle missing. Jazz leading by 3. To the inside. To the middle. Here's Collier, guarded by Toppin. Here's Jackson. Yep, count it. Jackson's got 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player. So it definitely runs in the family. You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. Markkanen outside. Shoots over Neesmith. Markkanen misses.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Robert Williams at the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Thompson, he's checked in for Seattle. Levine comes in for Thomas. And Williams drops them both. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Kessler, a screen on Levine. And there's the lob. And out of bounds. Seattle will have it.
The ball goes to Seattle.
Firing up the 2K leaderboard. The NBA's leaders in shooting over the last month.
Their offense has clicked the past few weeks. I mean, everyone out there knows their role and where to be on the floor.
Seattle has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. George against Holiday. Pass to Thompson. Seattle move the ball around. Clock at 6. They swipe it. In transition, here they come. Here's Collier. Soft touch off the glass. Collier's got his first points in this one. Here's Holiday. He picked up 15 in their last win against the Lakers. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
They found their rhythm at the free throw line this quarter, trying hard to make up ground.
And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. That's right. Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability unquestionably the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will either.
Good on the second one. And it's Utah with the ball. Here's Collier, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Over to the left wing, and stolen by Williams. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Levine. Thompson's got his second basket.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Here's Collier inside. Kessler passes to Markkanen. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's George. He's got 12. Over Holiday. George, no good. Toppin finds Levine. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Shot's good by Collier. Collier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Outside Levine. From 12 feet. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to George. And here's Markkanen. Markkanen using his size inside.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Seattle trails by 4. Holiday taking his time here. The 3 from Thompson. Second shot opportunity. And Williams lays it in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. And that'll be their second of 4 total games at home. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. checked in for Utah. Bailey comes in for Markkanen. Filipowski, he's checked in for Seattle. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in. Nurkic has got 5 now.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Holiday with the ball. He's got 9. Right wing. Here's Filipowski. Here's Levine. Taking them all on. Levine.
You have to love how persistent Levine is inside, enduring the contact and finding his shot.
George outside. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
Well, I like that he's really found a balance. He doesn't feel the need to put the team on his back and try to carry them offensively, but he can still bring it when they need him most. And maybe what's most important, he provides that veteran leadership necessary.
Williams is checked in for Utah.
The determination from Holiday shines through there. Refuses to give up on that shot.
This will be a sports shot at the line here in this one.
Drew Holiday, 1 shot.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
Thompson outside. Three-pointer off the mark.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Bailey. For 3, Collier. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
And Seattle calls time here. Checked in for Utah. And while we can, let's take a look at the rookies who are leading the way in points this past month. Ace Bailey, 4th.
Those averages have distanced him from the pack. And the scary thing is, he may widen that margin.
Seattle trails by 4. Now here's Levine. He picked up 33 points in their last win against the Lakers.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Toppin, the rebound by the Jazz.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home. A big-time slam right there by Bailey. Good to see this young man play with such authority.
And it's Holiday with the ball for Seattle. They trail by 6. There's a screen by Toppin. Pass to Filipowski to the right side. Looking to win the run. And there's Toppin on the assist by Filipowski. Toppin's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Bailey. Throws it up high. And Williams punches it home.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. On the wing, Holiday. 12 points for him. To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Toppin. Some solid defense from Williams. Utah leading by 5. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
Here's Holiday. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Terrific night for Holiday so far. And I have to pin it on his energy. He's given this game all he's got.
The shot's good by Collier.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Seattle trails by 7. Now Holiday. He's got 14. And he drives in. And Holiday powers it home.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Holiday shifts gears, he quickly leaves people behind.
Outside, Williams. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Here's Holiday. He's got 16. Pass to Toppin. Now here's Thompson. Rebounded by Bailey.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Utah moving the ball around. Here's Collier. He's covered by Levine. Here's Nurkic. And he gets it to go off the front iron. And now a 9-point Jazz lead.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
58 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside Levine. In close. Levine puts it up and in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
It's stolen by Holiday. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And that one's good. Now just a 5-point Utah lead.
With how bouncy Levine is, Zach can get to the rack at will.
Here's Collier. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Collier's got 11 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Outside Levine. Pass to Filipowski. Levine surveys the D. And here's Thompson for 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Jazz. They're up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Checking out Seattle, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. You need to find that mojo.
And let's review how things are going for the Jazz. They find themselves in a tight one here at the half.
Well, they've been the more physical team, and we've seen that on the glass as well as all the other areas, guys.
Yeah, this team is built to rebound. We thought that might be an advantage coming in. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.